Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome to Wildstar. It's about goddamn time I made a video on this game, because I have been playing it to death. Though, the reason I haven't made a video yet is because I really didn't know what type of video I wanted to make. I knew I didn't want to cover Wildstar in depth like I did with Guild Wars and Terror, because to cover an MMO properly you need to have like 30 episodes going over various aspects of the game and mechanics and classes. I didn't want to do just like an all-encompassing WTP because I'd need to be max level, experienced a lot of the game and know a lot, and it would be like a 2-hour long episode, and it's so difficult to do that for an MMO, and it's a big investment in MMO as well, so saying if it's worth it is a much harder thing to do. So I've been in a position where I've desperately wanted to make a video of this game because I'm loving it and I want you guys to see it and hopefully start playing it as well, but I've had no real idea as to what to do. So finally I've decided, screw it, I'm gonna go on Wildstar, I'm gonna press that record button and I'm just gonna talk about it. So here we are. This game, this MMO, is one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had since original World of Warcraft over 5 years ago, and I say that with no exaggeration. If it wasn't for the fact that I have nostalgia for WoW and have the memories, etc, etc, Wildstar would be categorically, in its launch state with bugs and all, better than World of Warcraft. It is seriously addicting and seriously fun. So, to begin, I'm going to show you a tour of my house. I am level 45, the cap is 50, so I have, in fact, let's embarrass myself here. I have played for 3 days and 23 hours, so let's say 4 hours of solid game time, and the game has been out a week, which means over 50% of my hours of living on this earth since a week ago have been spent in Wildstar, which is really quite bad, but that's just a testament to how much fun I'm having. So, the housing system in this game, let's start with that because it's really, really neat. I say start with that, I have no idea where I'm going with this. This is going to be a complete wing, so if you're not a fan of avian flight appendages, then you're not going to like this. I don't know where I went with that. So this is my home in the sky. I've called it Utopia. I know, so original. And this is the stuff I've got on it. I've got this sort of undead ghost game where you can get item rewards for doing it. I've got this alien invasion thing. In fact, I'll show you the challenges as well, because it's just... See, this is what I mean. Already, I'm trying to keep it small and localized by showing you specifically my house, and there's already so many mechanics and systems I want to talk to you about. It's just so difficult to encapsulate an MMO into a single video. So what is going on at the top right of my screen there is a challenge. Throughout the world there is lots of these challenges. You activate them by accidentally doing a criteria, maybe kill an amount of enemies in the time limit, get to the top of a mountain in the time limit, collect loads of items in the time limit, loads of different little challenges while leveling and in your house that when you do them, depending on how well you do them, bronze, silver, gold, and the faster you do them, the higher reward that you get items, and the items are really cool, from gear to housing stuff to lots of little useless things, dyes as well, because the costume system is really good. So what I'm doing right now is jumping through these beams to knock down my livestock, which is being taken by the Ichthian aliens, yes indeed. And if I can save 15 of my animals in the time limit, which was 1.5 minutes, then I get a cool item, yes indeed, or at least I have a chance at a cool item, and this is what I want to show you. I am kind of failing at the moment, and I completely blame the fact that I am talking. In fact, yeah, guys, it's entirely your fault this is happening. Oh, I'm on 13. Oh, yeah, another one. Another little one. See, these ones are fantastic because they only need one jump to knock them down. And another one. Yes, I did it. Oh, no, I didn't do it. Oh, God, this guy. No, this guy. Yeah, I did it. Just about did it. So this is what happens when you complete a challenge. You have a series of things you can choose what you'd like to get, and that gives it a higher chance of being got, but ultimately it's random. So I really want this Ichthian holding tank. So let's see if for the 7th time I actually get something that isn't the worst reward, which is renowned. Fuck, I can't. Just every single time. So that's the kind of minigame plugins that you can get in this house. And this is the plots of land. These little squares represent these plugins, and these are all the little ones that you can get. They're really, really cool. Some awesome stuff. They look fantastic. You can really get crazy with your house. This is my home. It is a spaceship / brothel. I may have made my home into a brothel. Don't judge me. Okay, I found this sign. I was like, you know what? my home is going to be a brothel now. So if we go inside, I can show you the complexity of the actual design system. This started out as a completely empty room. If I, for example, go into my box and select this, you can literally, everything you want, every single item, everywhere, you can get this kind of customization with it. For example, if I was to make it massive or tiny, and then I can go into specifics to do incremental rotations to make it everywhere, you can really go crazy detail with every item and make the perfect home. I don't know why I've got this staircase. I did this just to practice making a staircase. It leads you roughly nowhere. But yeah, this is my home in the sky, and this is one of the many cool features of Wildstar. I've also got this stuff around here, this sort of garden area I've made. I'm really quite proud of this lot, actually. I think this looks kind of nice. And because, of course, my home is a brothel, again, don't judge me, I've got this bed in the trees for the Orin race, which are furry tree people. See, I cater to all clientele. So if I leave my house, I just thought this would be a neat place to start the video. I can go back to the area I'm currently questing in and show you some actual more combat-orientated gameplay. Yes, indeed. What I won't be able to show you is things like dungeons and battlegrounds, both of which are fantastic. In fact, I'm going to talk about dungeons and as an extension of that difficulty in this game. I really do apologize for the sort of random, not really structured approach to this video. I just genuinely want to talk to you about Wildstar, and as I was saying, it's just such a difficult thing to encapsulate an MMO. But yes, dungeons in this game are nothing short of phenomenal. The tactics that the mobs have, even the level 20, the first dungeon you get to, is better than most endgame World of Warcraft raiding tier stuff, and I am not even exaggerating when it comes to that. Seriously, it is fantastic. And that is because of the combat telegraph system. This game plays a lot like WoW in a lot of ways. In fact, it's even got kind of the same cartoony style. This is my guy, by the way. Esper Usual is my name, because as per usual, I'm an Esper usual, because, you know, you get it. So the action combat means that all your moves have these telegraphs. The whole game works around the telegraph system on the floor, and Espers use, like, mind powers to summon things, by the way, and they all work with these systems where everything is projected on the floor, and bosses do this as well, with really crazy red telegraphs everywhere. So you are constantly, you can sprint in this game, double jump on, then roll on, all these things add to the sort of action, high-paced, yeah, it feels so cool to be casting, and then a boss puts a telegraph on you, and you're like, ah, no, I'll just suavely roll over there and continue. Or, what I like to do is do as minimum clearance as possible. So say if there was a telegraph just to the right of me, I'd just be like, oh, yeah, I'll just move over here. Oh, I'll just move over there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'm over here now. And I just like how suave it can make you feel. So yeah, the difficulty and the complexity and the fun of the dungeons is fantastic. It might put a few people off because this game does not go easy on you. Do not expect to be handed gear. Do not expect it to be an easy ride. Hell, even leveling, you have to be on it. You cannot aft level. You need to dodge normal mobs' telegraphs. You need to be aware of what's going on. You need to keep yourself alive. This game is not easy despite its aesthetic. And talking of its aesthetic, okay, look at this. I am in the zone before last. It's called Malgrave across the various continents on the map. And by the way, this zone Farside, you literally go to the moon and have low gravity through the entire zone and can jump around everywhere. It's fantastic. But look at this vista that I am in. It's just really cool. This mountain fortress run by these bird creatures and elementals. They're called Pel, the bird creatures, not the elementals. They're called elementals. And I have to slowly fight my way to the top. And it's just such a beautiful zone. There's snowy zones, jungle zones, space, there's biomes. The variants and creatures and locales you're going to be in is just really cool. And then this is my weapon on the back. It's called a Psyblade, and this one is looking really pretty damn good. And then I've got this teleport where I can turn into a glorious gazelle. Alright, so I'm going to kill something just so you can actually see some combat. Yes, indeed. The things about Espers is a lot of their moves actually require them to be stationary, except that one. So while I'm casting this spell, which summons the swords like this, I have to stand still. So here we have a telegraph, instantly get hit by that, and then, look, already, this normal mob, alright, I am very, very low right now, like, exceedingly so. He summoned 3 whirlwinds, which are completely annihilating me instantly, and I out-level this mob. Now, obviously, I'm doing a pretty poor job at fighting it, because I'm trying to show you, but look at how much in-depthness there was at fighting this literally single enemy mob while leveling. That is awesome to me. It may put people off that you can't half level through this, but to me that is just glorious. Alright, let me fight with a little bit more skill behind what I'm doing, and skill is a big part in that game, and I am very competitive in MMOs. Look at that, like telekinetic fist, and then palm attack, which sends everyone flying back. And then look at this move, where I can, you see the blue cloud over there? I can send people's weapons flying from them, and summon these phoenix things. There is so many cool moves in this game. Every class gets some awesome things. They really, really do. Dodge out of that, but yeah, you can just, oh my god, I just got a fab kit. Oh, that is so awesome! There's such a rare drop to actually get a fab kit for your house. Fantastic. I can build a Warhorn fab kit. That's awesome. And there's loads of little environmental things in this game. Like, for example, if I jumped in this tornado, it literally acts like a tornado and sends me skyrocketing higher up the mountain. It's just awesome. Okay, so if I go on my action set, this is how you decide what moves you have in your bar. These are all my abilities. You get a lot more abilities than slots. You have 8 slots, and you have to decide your build. And then you get these amp points where you put them in like so, and slowly build up, and you get to the major tiers, which changes the skill, such as my Phoenix going to doing a dot magic damage over time when I get to tier 4, and you can really customize what moves you use and how your playstyle wants to be. Now, my class could be DPS or a healer, and I've got some really cool heals. If I switch to my healing set, which you can do, like so, check this out. I can put this golden absorption armor on me, which looks fantastic, get my meditation on, which looks great, and then I can, this one is a favorite of everyone, because I can summon party balloons, yay! Unfortunately, there's no one to heal, so I can't actually show you the balloons, but then lantern! Lantern! And I just love the spell effects in this game. They really are seriously glorious. In fact, I'll show you just another quick one. It is Oasis. No, Mirage, that's the one. 5, I can summon a fish! Yes! Fish. The Esper's animations, because it's like Green Lantern style, and then it's a massive healing if you stand in it, but I'm on full health, so it doesn't do that. So I'll go back to DPS. I won't show you every move. Again, I'm trying to do a very quick blast through why I'm enjoying this game so much. Now, you don't just choose your class, you also choose your path. My path is an explorer, which gets me these abilities, but that's not the main deal. You can be a warrior, a scientist, a settler, or a explorer, and because I'm an explorer, I have various extra explorer missions, which are the things at the bottom right. And these, by the way, this arrow system is the inbuilt quest helper, which is fantastic, by the way. The arrow just doesn't point you straight at it. For example, if you have to find something deep in a cave, firstly, when you click on the where is this, like, for example, that, telling me it's over there, it will point you at the cave entrance, then it will point you a bit deeper, then it will change again to the actual object. It's very dynamic, and it's very difficult to get lost questing in this game. But yes, as an explorer, I have loads of missions, such as climb really high up, do parkour. If you love parkour in an MMO, Explorer is for you. And then this is my my mount, which has my explorer saddlebags and my sort of like beacon thing. But then the best thing as well, I'm sorry I kind of skipped over path stuff, just know you do bonus missions. That's really cool. And then this is my favorite mount, a mother freaking hoverboard, and when you double jump on it, you do a freaking trick. I mean, is that not just glorious? And it hovers over water as well. It's just so much freaking fun. What else do I want to tell you about this game? There's just so much. By the way, if you're playing Wildstar, or you're thinking of getting it and want to play with us, me, Jake, Fluke, Hollow, Gooby, we're all playing. We're in a guild called the Sunrunners, that is our symbol. And by the way, guild symbols get projected like holograms where you want them on your character's body. You can choose where it is. And then this is currently my customization set. My gear doesn't actually look like this, but I've set it to, because I think I look really cool like this. But yes, if you want to play with us and be in our guild, ZHUR PvP realm on EU and Exile faction. The Dominion is the enemy faction. I won't go over factions. It's your normal faction setup. Exile is basically space pirates. Dominion is basically the Sith, but a lot less cool. And yes, Whisper either me, Alphonse is Jake, as per usual me, Brian E. Fluke, Goobiak, and then Rockfall Hollow, and we will invite you to the guild. I want as many people as possible, because I really want to get as much out of this game as I can. Okay, so what else have I got to tell you about? There's lots of little things. I'm sure more will appear if I was to just play for a while, and I could go show you the capital city mainly, but it's just showing you stuff. It doesn't really help just express my... I hope you can tell by how I've been talking about this game, just how generally excited I am for it. And then if I go into the... There we go. gazelled through the thing like an absolute boss. Questing is your normal affair. It's use items, kill things, pick up stuff, but the combat system just makes it really good fun, so you don't really notice the normalness of questing. The best way I can describe this game, if you've played a few MMOs, you know you have those things in MMOs where you're like, why doesn't this work like this? It seems obvious to me that things should work like this. In this game, everything works kind of how you expect it to. Everything is what makes sense, because in WoW there's loads of things like, why don't they do this? And in this game they just do. Everything is here and it works and it feels pretty good, and for a launch of an MMO it's gone so smooth. There's been a few bugs, but overall it's been fantastic. And because I'm on a PvP server, if I can see a Dominion I will attack one for you. And then these, you find journals and data cubes all over the place which give you lore about the zone and things. For example, here. I'm not going to let you listen to the entire thing, but there is lots of little things like that if you really want to get the most out of your game. I normally rush to max level, but in this game it's really convinced me just to enjoy things. And also the fact that you can turn in quests and receive quests via comms like this, instead of having to go back to the quest giver. That's a Sheriff Lop, by the way, little rabbit people, because they're fantastic, is a really nice little way of speeding things up, and it makes thematic sense because, you know, we are in the future and space and stuff. And there's also like story quests which have cutscenes and they're really well voice acted and awesome fun, like this virus creature that's taking over everything. And there's just this, I could continue to wax lyrical all day about the things I like in this game, and there's not many things that I don't like, but I hope I've given you a very, very quick and brief crash course and a sort of, I want to intrigue you after watching this video. I want you to think, oh, I might actually like that. If you were thinking Wildstar is just your normal MMO, it's really not. And what's cool is that while it's got this cartoony graphic style, it really isn't sort of, I'm going to air quote, child-friendly in its approach. Like, for example, when you level up, it's like this rock metal, like lightning, and then a voice says a line whenever you level up. For example, the last one I got was, "Is it just me, or did you just get fucking awesome?" Now, it does bleep the swear in that, but it's still really cool. The themes of the world and how everything operated is very much mature, so don't be put off by the cartoony art style. The juxtaposition of those two things really works quite well. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that really, I think I can end it for now, honestly. I'd love you to start playing, I'd love you to join our guild, but generally speaking, I just love you to check this game out. It's a really good MMO, and for the first time in forever, I think that I found an MMO that generally has an actual chance at competing properly with WoW. The devs are on it, they reply in forums, on Reddit, when you ask them, tickets are prompt. They are really committed to making this work. Just the fact that they've said, if this game ever is in a position where we need to go free to play, we'd rather shut it down. They are seriously committed, and they are seriously doing a good job. So many things have already happened and changed because of them listening to community. Class balance is actually really quite good. No one feels really underpowered or overpowered, which is amazing for especially an MMO launch. And yeah, everything is just really, really quite nice at the moment. I am enjoying it heartily, been playing it so much, and I really recommend you try it if you're looking for a new MMO, if you're into them, if you're bored. You can really sink a lot of fun hours into this game. But the last point I want to stress is a point that I made earlier. Do not expect it to be easy. This requires investment. For example, once you get to max level, you can't even start raiding, which if you're a WoW player is like, what? You have to go through a ridiculous level of attunements, and if you're from vanilla BC, a little bit of WoTLK, you'll know all about attunements in WoW, but in this game it really is ridiculous. You have to kill nearly every world boss, get silver rank at least, and this bronze, silver, gold on dungeons, depending on how well you complete them and how many side objectives you do in every dungeon, every adventure. I ain't even told you about adventures. There's arenas in this game, which for the PvP guys, the 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, basically WoW's arena system, which is fantastic. I love my competitive PvP. You've got your battlegrounds, which are, there's two at the moment, but they are adding one in the next patch. You've got adventures. Now these are like dungeons, but a little bit lighter, more story focused, and they're actually branching. At various times you'll be asked, what objective do you want to do, and the story changes. There's also a adventure that plays like a MOBA. There's an adventure that's a tower defense with your group. There's lots of neat little ideas that they've put in this game, which all add towards making it incredibly content rich for a launch MMO, and there's a lot of stuff to keep going, and it really is quite fun. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it now. I realise I keep finding more things to talk about, but yes, I'm actually happy with how this video's gone. Yes, I feel like you'll at least have got something, a crash course on Wildstar. So, there you have it, everybody. My name has been Rage. Remember to like if you enjoyed this. It really does help, and subscribe for more. Goodbye. Oh, I'm just going to kill him. I've got a quest to kill him. Oh, yeah. You don't need to be in a group to share mob, like XP, rewards, and credit, as I'm about to prove. There we go. Completed that quest, even though I wasn't in a group with my medic friend over there. He uses, like, resonator gauntlets. But yes, I will end this video now. Let me know if you'd like more structured Wildstar content, like, this is a BG, let's play a BG. Here is an edited dungeon run. Here is some leveling, that kind of stuff. So let me know on that front. And yes, I will see you next time. Goodbye.